Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 6, Episode 13. So, I believe this is the last episode of Season 6, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't double check, but I feel like I remember it being a 13 episode season. But either way, it seems like we are still following Yoda's journey. He has been training to be able to retain his consciousness through death within the Force. We kind of learned a bit more about the living force versus the cosmic force, which has been interesting to learn about. And now in this whole like area that we went to that was so, we had some actual force ghosts that were testing him and stuff like that and training him a bit. So, and now he is going for another test, which involves going to Moraband, which seems to be a Sith homeworld, which I talked a lot in the discussion of last episode about like theories on what it could be and look like, and like what a Sith society could look like, because now they have this like rule of two, but did they always have that? And then I talked about how it could be like they have a bunch of Sith, like there could still be just two, but they could have a planet of like people they control kind of thing. So I don't know, I'm just really curious to see this like Sith homeworld. And there's a lot of the Sith aesthetic that I really like because I'm a big fan of like red and black, and they use that a lot. It's like two colors that I like. If I can like customize like the colors of my characters, I played games like City of Heroes and City of Villains that give you like a lot of character customization where you can make like a superhero outfit, and I would always do like red and black and stuff like that, or like paint jobs on games, like Warframe and stuff like that let you like have different paints. I'd always try to get red and black and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to see Moraband, and who knows, maybe I'll be let down, maybe it'll supersede my expectations. We'll see, but we'll just have to jump into it and watch it to find out. So we're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Facing all that you fear will free you from yourself. It is. I wonder if Yoda will find out about Palpatine, but like can't do anything about it because no one will believe him. Deserted, okay. Definitely not what I expected. Very, ancient looking. Which it is ancient homeworld of the Sith, so. Man, no wonder they abandoned this planet. It just... sandy. Makes sense it's so windy with all those mountains, though. Mountains cause a lot of wind tunnels. Ooh. Creepy. The evil is gathering. Of course it'd be a snake. Or comprised of snakes. Man, he's got like the evil priestesses now. They like attacks? Are they doing damage? Are they influencing? Uh-oh. Coruscant. Interesting. Hmm. Who might the statue be of, I wonder? I didn't mean to talk a little bit like Yoda there. Spends too much time with him, okay? Looks somewhat samurai-like. Darth Bane. Ah. That makes sense. Hmm. Is it an illusion, or can he persist, consciousness persist after death? Maybe it is just an illusion. Oh. I think we had a female voice before, right? Talking to him like that. Dooku meeting. Is this the first time we've seen them meet each other in person? Doesn't seem like that's the case for them. It seems like they have met in person before, but every time we see them interact, it's through, like, holograms and stuff. Alright, so they're back. It's not the same voice. That maybe I should have recognized that, and maybe it's just her. Damn. Okay. I always love like vague things. Hmm. They just know right where he is. Your blood. Feels like we're doing Mother Talzin shit. Whoa. Well. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully he'll be ready for it with where he is. Come on, Yoda. Be prepared for this, I hope. No. Don't believe it. Okay, good start. I want Yoda to be able to make them not get what they want. Oh, okay, well, the illusion is gone. No, Yoda, the world is spinning. Oh. Whoa. He's actually there. What the heck? Huh. Is this the current What happened? Trippy. Well, shit. Wonder what this is supposed to accomplish. If they, like, put him into this scenario. Weird. This is trippy. It's like... Jeez. Force Lightning OP. Ooh. Do it. Damn. Well. We know that's not real. This is a cool, setting for this, though. Damn. Ah. I love all the flips and twirls. I love watching Yoda fight. Uh-oh. Well. Damn. Ooh. Come on, Yoda. I know this is some kind of vision or something. I don't know what. I don't know if it's better to win or lose in this situation. Shit. Oh my god. He's just cutting things apart and chuckling. Uh-oh. That, can you save him? Has a lot of meaning. Ooh. Damn. Oh, shit. Giving himself to save him. Interesting. Ooh. going down together. She's just laughing the whole way down. Is he gonna wake up? Yep. Damn. I'm glad we got a win. We've had so many L's recently. Okay. Oh, baby. Another Skywalker. Damn. So he didn't actually learn who Sidious is, as far as I can tell, but he learned a lot. This is the place from the like peaceful part where everyone was alive and stuff, right? Trial that he had to go through. Oh, he's not going to talk about it? Very wise. Damn. Interesting. Huh, alright. Music persisted through the credits and stuff, too. Interesting. Alright. That is it, guys, for episode 13. Man, alright. So, definitely not what I pictured as the Sith homeworld being, for sure. But it was still cool. Got like a visage. I don't think it was actually like his Force consciousness or anything, but of Darth Bane, who is the one who created the Rule of Two, which is interesting. I don't know if that's ever been said before, but if it had, I forgot it because that's new information to me anyway. So yeah, it seems like they did have a whole society, and I even talked about this in the discussion of last episode, where I said, if you have a whole society, how are you gonna like how are you gonna like survive when the Sith are the way they are, with like a whole society of like evil people, it seems, you know? And pretty much it's exactly like I thought, where they all killed each other off, and then the last survivor created this rule of two, because clearly you can't have like a whole society of your kind. So you basically pass it off to one person. So very interesting. Very trippy with the way that, like, I understand trying to go to them as Sifo Dyas, go to Yoda. But then when that didn't work, they, like, jumped him into some weird, like, trippy scenario where they used a scenario that they are actively in, which was just really weird. Like, actively, like, Dooku just came to Coruscant, met with Sidious, and started this ritual, and then Yoda's thrown into, like, an imaginary situation where he's pursuing this exact situation, which is actually happening. It was just a really interesting choice. I understand using Sifo Dyas, but I'm not 100% sure I understand the usage of that vision. Like, if you are trying to, like, let his guard down so he reveals some information to you, I feel like you put his guard up by throwing him into a situation that just made him so very confused, you know? But I do wonder if there was, like, if there's a better explanation towards the manipulation they were trying to do in that scenario specifically. But yeah, that was really interesting. The dialogue with talking about Anakin was really interesting too, with Sidious being like, if you let him go, you can stop everything that I'm about to do, kind of thing, you know? If you let him die, you'll stop me, and everything. It's like, a lot of it could mean in the exact situation. Like, if you stop worrying about him, you'll have the strength to beat me in this fight. But it also extends to the long term of, if you let him die, a lot of Palpatine's plans, Sidious's plans of turning Anakin in order to his side, it, like, is all for naught, you know? So it was just really cool, like, double entendres going on there in that scene. I really liked it. But yeah. So they were hoping to try to get, like, into Yoda's head. I don't know if they were trying to turn him or if they were just trying to get information from him, but I'm glad they weren't able to. There's been, I said it during the reaction, but we've had so many L's recently with, like, nearly finding out about Order 66, but not quite, you know, like, so many different teases going on, and it ends up being, like, a victory for Sidious and his plans and everything, that I'm glad that we kind of had a win here with Yoda successfully holding off their mind attack and all that. And now he's going to be training how to save his consciousness after death and everything, which is really interesting because in all of what we've seen, we've never seen Yoda die, have we? Oh, no, maybe we did see Yoda die. My bad. I could definitely be wrong, but wasn't there a moment when he's, like, in his house on Dagobah, and he just kind of, like, fades, you know? Once he's done, like, guiding Luke. It almost feels like it's a, like, I lived to this point to fulfill this mission, and then he might have, like, faded. I can't 100% remember. It's been some time, so I apologize for not being 100% on that. But either way, just interesting that we're seeing him train now when I don't think we see too much of his. Like, I don't remember any moments of seeing his Force consciousness. But it also could come up later in media I haven't seen yet, too. So obviously there's going to be a use for it and everything. But yeah, I also could be wrong. There could definitely been moment maybe we did see him as maybe he did die and we did see him as a Force consciousness and I'm just forgetting. It's very possible. It has been a decent chunk of time since I've seen the movies. I've only ever in my life seen them twice. Once was when I was young, and then second time was when I rewatched them for the channel. And at that point, that was before I started Clone Wars, doing pretty much one episode of Clone Wars a week, and they're like 22, the first like 5 seasons were like 22 episodes roughly, right? So that's like over 100 weeks. So that's like over 2 years ago, probably, that I watched the first 6 movies. Or rewatched the first 6 movies. So, and I watched so much stuff between watching it on the channel, watching shows on the channel, and then watching shows on my own time, that like information just gets pushed out of my brain unless it's something that I've rewatched a bunch of times. So now that I'm getting close to the end of Clone Wars, I said this before, but I do really need to go back and watch the first 6 movies again. Just to kind of... There's a lot of things that you see in there that are teased in here and stuff like that and all that. But yeah, Yoda talking about victory for all time is interesting, because I know, like, Anakin being the one to bring balance to the Force, by the end he is the one to, you know, as Vader kind of turns back at the end, right? And that's supposed to be like the bringing balance, at least like that's how it was kind of explained to me. But what's it called? That's clearly not for all time, but maybe that's where there's people that like, is that what, I wonder if that's what Yoda was thinking of, this like path that leads them to peace for all time. Is that what Yoda was thinking of? And then the new content that had come out when like Disney took over and everything, and there's some people that don't like it and stuff like that. Maybe that could be why. Is this supposed to be like the victory for all time was like the end of those movies, the first 6 movies, and then they kind of rebooted it and they were like, oh well, there's actually more evil things, you know, and there's more war and conflict and stuff like that with these new movies and shows and media and everything. But maybe I'm wrong about that, but I just thought it was interesting when they said, like, victory for all time, huh? Well, the shit just keeps on going. Content just keeps coming out, so I don't think we're hitting that victory for all time anytime soon. But yeah. So, anyway, yeah, really loved it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Season 7 brings, which is the final season of Clone Wars. So yeah, that'll be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed, and check out my Patreon if you want 2 more episodes ahead of time. You can get them on there, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.